はい、皆さんこんにちは。Hello, everybody. So this video is, I think, episode number 8 of my basic Japanese language. I'm going to teach you how to say in Japanese. So today's lesson, I would like to give you how to have a conversation at a Japanese restaurant. When you visit Japan, when you travel Japan, so you may have many opportunities to eat traditional Japanese restaurants or any restaurants in Japan. And you have to know the reality. So most of the staff at Japanese restaurants in Japan cannot speak English. Of course, there are a few staff that can speak English. However, majority of the staff cannot speak English and do not understand what you're saying in English or other languages. So you have to learn very, very basic Japanese language if you travel Japan, if you have any chances to eat Japanese restaurants or any restaurants located in Japan. So today's lesson, I would like to give you very, very basic, sentences that you have to remember. It's it's better for you to remember uh, at those occasions, restaurants in Japan. So let's get started. Let's start with just a basic, greeting. So yeah, maybe you must know some of them. For example, こんばんは, こんばんは. So when you enter the restaurant, I think first sentence you may say is good evening. Good evening. Well, of course, you do not have to always say to the store, restaurant, but it's good for you to say こんばんは in the night. こんばんは. In the just afternoon or evening, it's going to be こんにちは. 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 こんばんは. こんばんは. Very straight, flat. こんばんは. こんばんは. Maybe slowly, just slowly say こんばんは or こんにちは. こんにちは. And of course, おはようございます。おはようございます。Good morning. Good morning. おはようございます。Good morning. おはようございます。But, think about the occasions. So maybe most of the time you go to restaurants in the night or afternoon. So maybe in the morning, I think there are a few occasions that you go to some restaurants in the morning. But anyway, if you go to in the morning, probably before 11 o'clock. So you say, Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning. But anyway, these are the three basic greetings when you just enter the restaurants or any stores. Konbanwa, konnichiwa. Not only for the restaurants, but also any stores, the clothing stores, the toy stores, and whatever the stores you can use. And maybe the store staff, a store staff at restaurant will say, いらっしゃいませ。いらっしゃいませ。いらっしゃいませ. I think this phrase is really difficult for me to explain the structure and each word meaning. This is just one word. いらっしゃいませ. Just welcome to our restaurant or welcome to our store. Welcome to our, it's just a welcome. Welcome. いらっしゃいませ. いらっしゃいませ. And maybe, very, very a few occasions, probably he or she will omit いらっしゃい, just いらっしゃい. Maybe if you go to not rest the very, very the how to say restaurant, legitimate restaurant, whether you go to the Japanese style bar, izakaya, maybe the staff will say, "You're shy, okay, you're shy, just a you're shy, welcome, welcome." So, so he or she will say, "You're shy, master." So, and then he or she will continue the next sentence. But I think this is very, very important to remember and listening. So, 何名様ですか? 何名様ですか? So you do not have to remember this phrase, but you're not going to say, if you are foreigners, you are not going to say this phrase in any occasions. If you are a customer, if you are a customer. So, but you have to remember the listening. 何名様ですか? So the he or she, the staff of the restaurant will ask you how many people you have in the group. How many people in the group? How many you have, in the group? How many people in your group? So 何名様ですか? Okay. So you may say, yeah, remember I just gave you that, you all you have to do is just a listening skill. 何名様ですか? 何名様ですか? So yeah, the office, the staff of the restaurant will ask you, 何名様ですか? Or 何人? Or he or she will ask you, 何人? So 何名? How many? So how many you have in the group? So 何人ですか? 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 何名様ですか? 何名様 is more formal, but thinking about the situation, you are the customer and they are the staff. So it's more likely happening the very formal way. 何名様ですか? Instead of 何人ですか? And then in this case, 何人様, we do not use anymore, not any occasion. 何人 in this case, if he or she uses 何人, it's just a 何人ですか? So the same meaning. How many you have in the group? How many people in your group? 何人ですか? So okay, I'm going to delete the basic greetings here. Okay, and so if you are asked by a staff at the restaurant, 何名様ですか? So you have to ask how many people you have in your group. Okay. So for example, if you have 4 in your group, 4人です. We have 4 in our group. 4人です. 4人です. So just simply say. So if you are asked by a staff at a restaurant, 何名様ですか? Simply say 4人です. Remember the this. So yeah, if you are the first viewer of my channel, so or if you are repeat viewer, you may be able to understand this. So every time Japanese language require this, if you simply say some noun, so the combination between noun and this becomes any sentence. So in this case, you can say only 4人です. Of course, you can omit this in the end. It will make sense, 4人, 4人, but you have to pronounce properly. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to understand what you have just said. So 4人. Or, yeah, 99% I will recommend 4人です. 4人です. Yep, very slowly. You have to say very slowly. 4人です. 4人です。We have 4 in the group. So 4 is 4, actually. And so in this sentence, there's no sentence to express in our group. But we have 4. We have 4. 4人です。4 is 4. 4人 becomes 4 people. 4人、4人、4人。And if you are the only one, so how many, 何名様ですか？一人で、一人です。just alone. You know, just myself. So if you are alone without any company, so you say 一人です。一人です。一人です。So 一人です。Yeah. 一人 it's very, very common way, common Japanese language. 一人. Not commonly, but it's very, very difficult to explain. And maybe I'm going to skip in this lesson. So maybe it's not, there's no way you have to remember. Just a hitori. So, and it's very difficult because yon is just a proper way to express the number, and hitori is another way to express the numbers. And hitori desu. But ichimei, or you, it's the grammatically it's correct. Ichi, so you know that ichi is one. 名、一名です。一名です。一名です。So, grammatically it is correct. 一名です。But you're not going to say, forget about, but one is ichi. And you may be wondering why ichi is one, and you have to use the hitori in this case. So, but just remember the word, phrase, hitori です。Okay? I'm going to delete. So if you have two, I would like that go 二人、いや、いや、do not omit the des. 二人、we have two. So, 二人、二人、二人です。二人です。二人です。二人 means two. Sorry, not you. So anyway, so you may be asked by staff at a restaurant, 何名様ですか？何人ですか？何名様ですか？二人です。二人です。And I'm going to put the list of other numbers. Three, and I gave you one, two, and three, five, or larger. Or like, たくさんいます。たくさん is, many, many. We have many companies. So, but I think it's very, very rare case. And, you have big, big groups. You have a big group, and you're not gonna go to the randomly to the, and then maybe you maybe pre-booking. You may have the pre-booking. So maybe most of the occasions you have like at least five of them, I think. So three or five. I'm going to put the list that you can express other numbers. Okay. So 二人です。Okay. I'm going to delete. And the staff will ask you, 何名ですか? Maybe the next question most likely would テーブル席. Okay. I would rather go with like 予約後予約はありますか? So, do you have pre-booking or not. So maybe the restaurant staff will ask you, 予約はありますか予約はありますか予約はありますか Or more formal way, he will put ご at the beginning. ご予約はありますかご予約はありますかご予約は終わりですか It's more very difficult. Or like, or he or she will say, 終わりですかご予約は終わりですか終わりですか is more formal way. So if you go to a traditional Japanese restaurant, the high end, maybe the store staff will ask you, ご予約は終わりですか or ご予約はありますありますか becomes more casual way. So if you go to casual restaurants, Japanese restaurants, maybe the store staff, the restaurant staff will ask you, 予約はありますか But I would say maybe 50%, 50% chance you will be asked by 予約は終わりですか終わりですか予約 is a booking. And ありますか is do you have? 終わりですかありますか or 終わりですか is do you have? So book, pre-booking. So do you have pre-booking? 予約はありますか So you may be asked by 予約はありますか And you may answer あります。Yes, I do. Yes, I have pre-booking. ないです。Or ないです。Or ありません。No, I do not. So if you are asked by the staff at a restaurant, 予約はありますか予約は終わりですか So if you have pre-booking, you may say あります。あります。Yes, I have. ある means I have. あります。But the must becomes in a more proper way. あります。あります。Yes, I do. And if you do not have pre-booking, ないです。You simply say ありません。ありません。ありません。ありません。ありません。Or ないです。ない。The same meaning. So ありません is more like, opposite way. あります。ありません. So su is likely, I don't know how to say, the positive way and the negative way. It's sen. So it's totally the opposite. And su and sen at the end. あります。Yes, I do. ないです。ないです。ありません。No, I don't. So it's going to be no. Yeah, either way, it is okay for you to. And, the pre-booking. So I'm going to delete. And either you have a pre-booking or not, the store staff will ask you, will say like, 少々お待ちください。Please wait a little while. So the store staff will continue. So, 予約ありますか If you do not have any pre-bookings, and you say like, ないです。ありません。And after she will say, 少々お待ちください。So you have to remember the phrase. And maybe another conversation you can use, not. I don't think so. If you are foreigner and you are foreign tourist, you're not gonna use this sentence. 少々お待ちください. It's more likely the Japanese staff will use 少々お待ちください. And this phrase can be used at any other occasions, any other stores and places. So in Japan, 少々お待ちください. Please wait a little while. 少々 is like a little while. 少々. It's very a little. 少ない it comes from 少ない. 少ない is adverb meaning 少ない少ない it's adverbs and 少ない a little, a few, a little, or small. It's the size. 少々お待ちください。待つ。お待ちください。お待ちください。The 待つ equals verb present tense wait. So お待ち remember if you put o in front of the verb and お待ちください it's going to be very polite way and formal way. お待ち少々お待ちください no 100% people do not say without o お待ちください少々お待ちください well お待ちください yeah I think maybe 90% of the occasions the staff will say お待ちください少々お待ちください not just お待ちください maybe 少々お待ちください even if it's not a little even it is a little longer than you expect but they are going to use 少々お待ちください少々お待ちください please wait a little while well please wait please wait a while not a little but they always say 少々お待ちください and ください is more like when you people say it's more like how to say the favor so when you have some favor to ask somebody ください please it's going to be become the sentence at the end ください so anyway so you will be asked to buy 少々お待ちください and you do not have to answer 少々お待ちください or you have to just wait but you can ask the staff どのくらい待ちますかどのくらい or どのくらい待ちますか or どのくらいですか so meaning how much how many minutes how much do we have to wait okay so if you want to know how much do you want will you have to wait do you have to wait how much do we have to wait so if you want to ask how much do we have to wait how many minutes do we have to wait you can ask どのくらいですか the very simple way to ask the store the restaurant staff どのくらいですかどのくらい remember ど yeah I don't have any I don't have a long time to explain ど is like how so maybe if you want to learn the ソシアド so go back to my episode 2 or 3 so anyway どのくらい how many and how much どのくらい待ちますか待つ you hear the 待つ is wait so どのくらいですか and I think you can omit 待ちますか or ですか but どのくらいI don't think so Yeah, always you have to put どのくらいですか? The simple way to ask どのくらいですか? So どのくらいですか? どのくらいですか? Very slowly, very slowly, and pronounce properly. どのくらい、どのくらい、どのくらいですか? Or どのくらい待ちますか? It's more like they will understand what you want to say. 待ちますか?待ちますか?待つ、wait. So どのくらいですか? If you say どのくらいですか? It means very different various ways. どのくらい?どのくらい大きいですか? For, not only for occasion for the waiting occasion, but also どのくらい? どのくらい you can use many occasions. So that's why if you just say どのくらいですか? Maybe at a restaurant, the continuous conversation, they will be able to understand. But it's more likely they will be able to understand what you want to say. どのくらい待ちますか? So yeah, it's better for you to remember どのくらい待ちますか? How much do we have to wait? So I think that's all for today. So today I have given you the basic phrases, sentences that you can use at Japanese restaurants or any restaurant in Japan when you go to travel.